Lily adjusted her blazer, sucking in her stomach as she stepped into the office. The glass walls, the cold marble floors, the perfectly polished co-workers, everything in her high-end marketing firm screamed perfection, except her. She was brilliant at her job, but that didn't matter in a world where image was everything. The stares during meetings, the way her boss skimmed past her when assigning projects to the polished ones, Lily felt invisible despite her talent. Then came the final straw. A promotion was up for grabs. Lily had worked 3 years for it. She stayed late, doubled sales, even handled the CEO's personal clients. She deserved it. But at the office party, she overheard whispers. Lily, she's great, but not exactly the face of the company. Clients like someone they can admire, you know. If she lost weight, maybe. Her heart plummeted. She was losing opportunities because of her body, not her skills, not her work ethic, just her weight. That night, rage and desperation drove her online. She searched for fast weight loss, something extreme, something that worked. That's when she found it, a secret weight loss trick used by models. No gym, no starving, just one solution: tapeworm pills. Her hands shook as she read the reviews. Best decision of my life. Lost 60 pounds in 3 months. She hesitated, then she clicked buy now. And just like that, she sealed her fate. Lily sat in her dimly lit apartment, staring at the order confirmation on her laptop. Tapeworm pills. Discreetly shipped, no prescription needed. It felt wrong, yet thrilling. The website was sketchy, buried deep in the web, filled with before and after photos that seemed too good to be true. But the reviews were glowing. Lost 80 pounds in 4 months. No diet, no exercise. Doctors lie to keep you fat. This works. She felt a spark of hope, a way out of years of self-loathing and rejection. No more side glances at meetings, no more being overlooked. A week later, the package arrived. No labels, no branding, just a small bottle with 3 golden pills inside. Lily hesitated. Was this insane? Maybe, but she thought of the promotion, the office whispers, the chance to finally be seen. She swallowed the first pill. Nothing happened. She went to bed, half convinced she had been scammed. But at 3 a.m., she woke up drenched in sweat. A sharp, twisting pain coiled inside her stomach, as if something was waking up. By morning, Lily felt different, lighter, energetic. A rush of euphoria ran through her veins. She checked the scale. She had lost 2 pounds overnight. Her stomach grumbled, but it wasn't a normal hunger. It was deep, almost alive. She devoured a massive breakfast: eggs, toast, bacon, fruit. Yet minutes later, she was starving again. At work, everything changed. People noticed her, complimented her. You look great today, Lily. Even her boss, Mr. Sterling, who had never looked at her twice, stopped by her desk. Keep up the good work, he said with a smile. For the first time, Lily felt seen, valuable, but by lunch she was ravenous again. She ate an entire steak, a plate of fries, and 2 desserts. Still, the hunger gnawed at her, deep inside, growing. That night, as she lay in bed, she felt something move inside her, something alive. Lily jolted awake, clutching her stomach. A slithering sensation crawled through her intestines, twisting and stretching. She gasped, feeling something shift under her skin. She rushed to the mirror, pulling up her shirt. Her stomach looked off, bloated, yet flatter at the same time. She pressed a hand against her belly, and something wriggled under her fingers. Her scream caught in her throat. No, this isn't real. She backed away, panting. Then she saw the scale. Another 5 pounds gone in 1 day. Her fear battled her excitement. It was working. At work, the hunger was unbearable, but the results? Undeniable. She was thinner, sleeker, and people noticed. Wow, Lily, your weight loss is amazing. Are you on some special diet? Even Mr. Sterling's eyes lingered longer. Lily ignored the writhing inside her, ignored the nagging voice in her head. But that night, as she stood in front of the mirror, her stomach shifted again. This time, she wasn't imagining it. She saw it, something moving, something alive. Lily tried to throw up. She shoved fingers down her throat, but nothing came up. The tapeworm was inside her now, deep, feeding, growing. She tried to Google solutions, but every medical article warned the same thing. Never ingest tapeworms. Once inside, they latch onto your intestines. They can grow up to 30 feet long. They can lay eggs. She started shaking. The hunger was relentless. She ate everything in her fridge. Pasta, sandwiches, an entire rotisserie chicken. Still, it wasn't enough. The thing inside her wanted more. The hunger changed. It wasn't just about food anymore. It was something else. She started craving raw meat. At the grocery store, she found herself staring at the butcher's section, her mouth watering at the sight of uncooked steak. One night she gave in. She bought raw beef. At home, she placed it on a plate, breathing heavily. The hunger screamed inside her. And then she took a bite. The taste should have made her gag. Instead, it felt satisfying, necessary. But as she chewed, she felt something stir inside her. A movement, a response. The thing knew, and it was still growing. Lily couldn't ignore it anymore. She booked a doctor's appointment, claiming stomach pain. The X-ray technician frowned at the screen. I need to call the doctor." Minutes later, Dr. Hayes walked in, holding the scan. His face was pale. "Lily," he swallowed, "there's something inside you." He turned the monitor. Her intestines were packed with something long and coiled. It was wrapped around her organs. A living parasite, growing. She nearly passed out. Lily sat frozen as Dr. Hayes studied the X-ray. This is bad," he muttered. "The tapeworm is massive. It's wrapped around your intestines. If we don't remove it soon..." He stopped. Lily followed his gaze to the screen. The parasite moved. It was still alive, slithering inside her. Her stomach tightened. She felt a sudden, violent lurch inside. The hunger clawed at her again. "Get it out of me," she whispered. "Now!" The emergency surgery was scheduled for that night. As she lay on the operating table, masked doctors hovered over her. A nurse injected anesthesia into her IV. "Count down from 10, Lily," a voice said. She made it to 8 before everything went black. Pain woke her. A deep, slicing pain. Her limbs felt heavy, her throat dry. The bright lights of the operating room blurred in her vision. Then she heard it. A wet, slithering sound. Something moving. Her eyes flickered to the side and she saw it. A long, pale worm, thick as a garden hose, wriggling in a metal pan. But it wasn't alone. A nurse gasped, stepping back. "There are eggs inside her." Lily's body convulsed as more movement rippled through her belly. The surgeon grabbed his scalpel. "We have to move fast." The moment they cut deeper, they saw them. Small, translucent sacs. Dozens of them. Eggs. Dr. Hayes' hands trembled. "Oh, God!" The moment the scalpel touched one, it burst, and hundreds of tiny worms spilled out. The room erupted in chaos. Nurses scrambled, some gagging, others backing away in horror. Lily was still sedated, her body twitching. But inside her, the remaining parasites fought to stay. Her stomach writhed violently. The large worm that had been pulled out jerked and twisted on the tray, still alive, still connected to her in some horrific way. Lily's vitals spiked. Her heart raced. She was slipping. Dr. Hayes had no choice. "Suction! Now!" A tube was shoved into her belly, pulling out the horror inside her. The nurses screamed as the worms kept coming, but Lily's body was shutting down. Her vision flickered into darkness. She heard a voice, not her own. "You shouldn't have tried to remove me." Then everything went black. Lily's eyes snapped open. She was somewhere else. A white room, a chair, a mirror. But the reflection wasn't hers. Her face was hollow, cheeks sunken, her skin grayish. Her stomach still felt full, but with what? Then she felt it, a tiny movement. Inside, a nurse entered. "Lily, can you hear me?" She nodded, swallowing hard. "The surgery didn't go as planned," the nurse said. "We removed the adult parasite, but..." Lily didn't hear the rest. She already knew. She wasn't alone. The worms were still inside her, and they were spreading. Days passed, then weeks. Lily stopped eating, not because she wasn't hungry, because she was never hungry anymore. Her body was changing. Her skin became paler, almost translucent. The hunger was different now, not hers. One night she woke up standing in the hospital hallway, though she had no memory of leaving her bed. The night shift nurse gasped when she saw her. "Lily, what are you doing?" Lily couldn't answer, because inside her, something whispered. "Feed." Lily disappeared that night. Security cameras caught her walking out of the hospital barefoot, her hospital gown billowing in the wind. She moved like a shadow. The next morning, a homeless man was found in an alley, his body hollowed out, his stomach torn open. The only clue? A trail of wet, slimy footprints. Lily was never seen again. But reports started surfacing, stories of thin, ghostly women lurking near food markets, their eyes too wide, their stomachs eerily still. Some say Lily is still out there, spreading the hunger. And if you ever wake up starving, craving something you've never wanted before, it might already be inside you. The hunger never ends, it only spreads. The moral lesson of this story is that desperation for quick results can lead to irreversible consequences. True beauty and health come from self-acceptance and making safe choices.